All right, here we are. Last time KC Turbos will be in Apache Junction, Arizona. This is kind of where it all started. Although this wasn't our first shop, we worked out of my garage for many years. Actually, Joey's holding the camera over here.
Joey don't play nice, he don't talk twice. Say it with your chest, better stand on your life.
But Joey worked at my house for a little bit, right? In the garage? Yeah, for a little while we were crammed in my garage. We had an office in my living room. We were working out of workbenches in the hot summers of my garage space. And then we moved here. I think it's been 7 or 8 years since we moved in here. Kind of want to show you guys because we're finally moving out of this building fully into the new one. So I want to give you guys a quick tour before it's all gone. After being here for 7 or 8 years, this was just kind of like what we thought of being KC Turbos. This is the last bay that we were in, the mechanic shop. If you ever saw Tony or any of the dyno events that we've done or any of the dyno testing, we did that here in Bay 1. But we weren't always in Bay 1. When we first moved here, we were actually just here in Bay 2. This was our first big move for us, coming out of the garage into Bay 2. There's someone else in there now, but we operated KC Turbos out of just this bay for a long time, and boy, were we crammed in there. I think at most we had 30 employees crammed in a 5,000 square foot shop, and we were just in this one bay for a while. We were elbow to elbow in the office, elbow to elbow in the turbo building room. We'd fill the whole place up in the afternoon, and in the morning we'd have to take everything out and stack it in the parking lot because we didn't even have enough room to work in there. Well, we slowly went from this bay to renting this bay and the 4th bay to renting this bay, the 4th bay, the 3rd bay, and the 1st bay. So eventually we were kind of taking up this whole building until we moved to Mesa. We got the big shop on Pasadena where we've got plenty of room to breathe now, but we kept the mechanic shop here. We had the dyno here and we had a lot of projects going on. It wasn't really ideal to move the dyno and the full mechanic operation. So what we did is we kept Bay 1 for a while until we fully moved out, and we just finally moved out of Bay 1. So we are officially out of Apache Junction, which is kind of like an end of an era. This was not the ideal location for customers to stop by. If you're not from Arizona, Apache Junction's a little, what would you say, Joey?
Rustic?
Rustic? Yeah, we'll use the word rustic. So Mesa's a much nicer area. This was a decent area, but this was a big part of KC Turbos history. I'm gonna give you a tour of Bay 1. This is where we spent most of our time, but they are the exact same shape and size, so it'll give you a really good idea of what our old turbo shop used to look like. You'll see what the dyno shop used to look like and where we're going now. It does have like a faint smoke look to it.
As if there was like lots of dynos that went off over and over.
So the dyno used to sit right back here in the corner. We had 2 lifts, and this is where we operated the mechanic shop for years. Tony ran the mechanic shop. We didn't really work on customer trucks. This was all research and development, turbo swaps, injector swaps, dyno testing. It was kind of like the R&D shop, as we called it. But to give you an idea of what the turbo shop used to look like, this was Turbo Alley, as we called it. They literally just worked out here in the warehouse in the hot summer, in the cold winters. And it was right here. This was where the party was happening. Oh gosh, my favorite memory I think is when we did the, what's that stupid millennial trend that we brought back? The Harlem Shake. That was right here. If you cut to that, I remember John in the back doing his dance move like that, the dinosaur. We kind of did the R&D, mechanicking, and turbo building in the same bay. So we were building turbos right there and building the race truck right here in the middle of the floor. In fact, I'm sure we've got some videos, Maverick, that you could post of my little kids and Tony. Tony was just part-time, just helping us out, working right here in the middle of the pallet racking, putting a race truck together while we were building turbos over there and we were shipping them out over there. I mean, this is good times. Let's check out the giant office area. So for many years, this was it. This room and that room. That was all of KC Turbos, accounting, customer service, marketing. We all operated out of here. We had 3 people in this room. It was my desk, Houston's desk, and I think Chris's desk, depending on which era it was. And then we had 4 people in this little room right here, where we'd had 2 cubicles, 1 person here, 1 person here, 1 person here, and 1 person here. We operated 7 people out of this teeny tiny office, and the customer waiting room, it was right here. That was it. They could just like stand here. There was cabinets all along the wall. Wow, we were just crammed in here. One of my worst memories of this shop was one day I came in and it stunk so bad. It smelled like something died in the walls, and I'm sure someone's playing a prank on us. And we went and got everyone together and said, look, it's not funny anymore. It smelled so bad, we had to close. We had to go outside. We literally couldn't work on the computers. And everyone promised they didn't do anything. Well, came right back in, the smell was even worse. It got so bad, we took a Sawzall and started cutting open the drywall looking for dead animals. We cut open the cubicles, broke open the walls, and eventually the smell went away. Come to find out years later, F you, Jason Gardner and Morgan, I guess they were putting that fart spray in there over and over and over again and lying about it. And they watched me cut the freaking walls open looking for dead animals. Yeah. The KC Turbo podcast, you guys know where that started? Right here. That little space up there, if you cut back to the old KC Turbo podcast, we had 2 chairs and we sat up there and we would talk in front of a green screen. It's funny because some of you guys complained that the green screen looked a little fake. Well, look at what we had to deal with. We were just on top of the roof in the rafters with the air conditioner. There was a reason it had a green screen behind it. And then eventually we did upgrade to the second bay lunchroom. We had like a lunchroom where we glued some brick wall to the drywall to make it look a little more fancy. That was just our lunchroom table that we'd kick everyone out for lunch and then we'd go film in there. So these are the original KC Turbo podcast areas where we made a lot of our videos, turbine wheel videos, compressor wheel videos, how the turbo whistles videos. It was right up here. So as time went on, although we thought we'd never grow out of this place, we eventually did. We were way too crammed in here. Every single parking spot was taken up. We were parked down the road. There was trailers outside. A lot of our growth came right around the COVID time. And when COVID came, it was very weird for everybody in the industry. I even remember sitting down and having a meeting with all the employees, and I let them know. We didn't know what was happening. You know, if you watch the news, there was fear mongering. We thought we were gonna go out of business, but I told everyone I would pay everyone as long as I could. I told no one to quit. I told everyone I'd get them as much work as I could. And at that time, some people were like maybe pulling back, hunkering down and holding onto their cash to make it through. And we did the opposite. We stocked up on all of our parts. We kept all of our employees. In fact, when Ford started furloughing people like Alex Newby, we hired them right on. We hired a ton of people during COVID and we exploded in growth. We were very worried about our choice, but we kept everyone working every single day. Of course, social distancing, masks, all that good stuff. We did all that, right?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Right, Jimmy,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
We were mindful.
And because of that, that was really when KC Turbos took off. And then we just got way too big to stay in here. So we moved to the big shop in Mesa and we got another mechanic shop for Tony. So this isn't about forgetting the past, it's about supporting the future. Although the R&D shop is also moving now, we're gonna be taking on customer work, which we've been asked for years if we'd actually bring in customer trucks. Because although we had a full mechanic shop with bays and lifts and dynos and 4-posts, it was just for R&D. Well, we've opened that up to the public now where we can take in customer vehicles and do similar builds to like what you've seen us do for our own trucks. So here we are, leaving behind AJ and moving to the new mechanic shop. So let's take you guys over there and check it out. Day one, we'll give these to the landlord. All right, out with the old, in with the new. We're at the new KC diesel shop, and I wanted to give you guys a fresh tour. Let's go. All right, is our new showroom area. We just literally moved in, so nothing's really installed yet, but we're gonna have all sorts of products up here for you guys to check out. This is Trevor. Trevor, what do you do here?
I work at the front desk.
He works at the front desk. So at this new shop, we got a front desk and we are taking customer work. So it's not just about R&D anymore. We're actually installing all the products that we believe on your trucks here. So let's go check out what's in the shop today. Oh, wow, that is a great view right there. Do you guys see this 6.7 right here? Woo!
Hi. How's it going?
What's your name?
I'm Mike.
And what do you do here?
I am a manager and a mechanic.
So Mike runs the place. Mike and Thomas, they do run the place. We partnered up with One Stop Truck Shop. We had so much R&D going on, and we were doing so much. Honestly, Tony was a little overwhelmed, so we brought in some help. They're going to help us handle our R&D, while at the same time, they're going to be handling customer work. He's working on a 6.7 here. I got some compounds on there, doing a little bit of R&D stuff on there. Maybe hit the dyno, maybe do some tuning, maybe test some ODOG intake manifolds. We'll see. But this is here for R&D work. So actually, all these trucks in here but one are currently R&D projects. We've only got one customer truck in here, but we do squeeze them in here and there, but mainly an R&D facility, which is super cool. A lot of people don't realize, actually Mike said this to me just yesterday, he didn't realize how much R&D went into the KC Turbos products until he started working directly with us, because we talk about it a little bit, but a lot of guys are in their garage with the Dremel R&Ding stuff. I'm not sure, but we're literally installing these on trucks, manufacturing parts. We've got the dyno here we're going to go see in a second. We spend a lot of time testing these things, working with tuners, making revisions, and making the products better and better. That's why you're always seeing Gen 1, Gen 2, Gen 3, the new Whistler. We are constantly innovating and trying to make our products better for you. Got my 6.4 in here, that's right, making the new Whistler turbos on there. It's going slow because we want to do it right. We're taking our time to get them to run really good, not just whistle. So hopefully you guys will be seeing more about that coming here soon. Moving on, we got some EcoBoost stuff. Tony's favorite vehicle.
Oh, hey buddy, nice of you to join us today.
Chris, say hi.
How's it going, guys?
You guys have seen Tony in all the other videos. He's very excited to be on camera. As you can tell, he really likes it. But Tony was a little overwhelmed at the other shop. He basically had to do everything all by himself. So now he's got a little bit more help here at the new KC Diesel shop. Over here, we got Ryan. Ryan, what are you working on over here?
Working on doing some injector seals, fixing a pretty bad oil leak.
How long you been doing this for?
Shoot, too long, probably.
Too long. Lot of seasoned mechanics here. He actually came over from One Stop Truck Shop, now working here at the KC Diesel shop. He does a lot of the customer work and a little bit of the R&D work, so we kind of share the load around here. Let's keep moving along. Check out this beautiful 6.0 Powerstroke. He's basically got everything done you could want to it. He's coming in for a little bit of work. We might do a little bit of tune tweaking, maybe change the turbo. So this is kind of some of the customer work that we do around here. And then right here behind me, we got the man with the plan, Cameron Lewis.
Hi guys.
You've seen him in all our videos. He's often over here helping with R&D, doing a lot of testing, a lot of stuff on his own truck. What are you guys working on today?
ODOG 7.3 compound kit install video.
You guys have been asking for it. Oliver has put a lot of time and effort, energy into these, and we're super excited to debut them. We'll probably be dynoing this in the next day or two, posting up the results, so check it out. And then we got Thomas. He came over from One Stop Truck Shop, owner over there. He's combined forces with us, manager, owner, operations manager. Does a little bit of everything around here, kind of like my right-hand man. He's been great to work with. How long have you been doing diesel work?
2009.
2009, that is a long time. Very experienced, very great to work with. You guys will be seeing a lot of him as you guys come in and see us work on more vehicles. Got Jason hiding here in the back. You almost never see him on camera. He's usually holding the camera and editing the videos, but helping with the
install, you're getting the video of it, so it's going to be beautiful. You guys are going to know exactly what to do.
And here in the back, we got our dyno. This is the same dyno from the other shop. This time, it's in the ground, which I'm super excited about. Our other dyno was up on a 4-post lift, and I was jumping up and down all day long. So you might be surprised to know that this is basically my office. I spend a lot of time in this general area right here. It's funny because people are always looking for me, and they're like, where's Charlie? He's on the dyno. We've got so many projects coming in and out. We're basically playing musical cars on the dyno almost every day now. As we're developing these products, we don't just sit there in a catalog and pick a couple of sizes and throw a dart at a dartboard and say, well, that sounds good. We are testing these things. We are innovating them. We're modifying. We're changing them. And if you're a tuner watching this, we're happy to work with tuners to get files dialed in, to test their files to see how they're working, because what we want is a better overall experience for our customers. No, KC Turbos doesn't do any specific tuning. We just work with some of the best to get you guys the best tuning available. So with that, this is the new KC Diesel shop, and I'm actually getting back on the dyno right now for some new 11 to 19 6.7 turbos that are coming out later this year.
See you later.